G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for part number 28 of my Acid Retaliation Sentinel playthrough. Today is going to be the last episode for this character, I believe. At least the last episode in the 0 to 100 series. And today what we are going to do is we are going to go and unlock the Tomb of the Heretic, and then we are going to go and buy ourselves a conduit recipe. So, with that in mind, let's get underway. Now, one thing you can do, you can come here to the Conclave of the Three. You can go and talk to Riggs here and accept his quests, and he has 3 or 4 of them, and the last one is to unlock the Tomb of the Heretic. Or, you can just go do it. And I'm just going to go and do it. So, first stop is to actually go to the Corvin Sands and run backwards. Now, we're basically looking for, well, not looking for, we're going here. There will be a pair of statues of griffins. That's where we're going. And we're going to go there, and there's a hidden path off to the side. And along that hidden path is the first part of 3 of the seals for the Tomb of the Heretic. So just here, under this little walkway. And then we head off to the side here. And there'll be a little mini dungeon with a boss at the end. And we're going to do 3 of those. Unsurprisingly, 3 parts, 3 little dungeons. No one should really be surprised by that, but yes, there will be 3 dungeons. So, let's go ahead and do that. I am, of course, going to be killing anything with a star or a skull above its head, because, well, they're made out of loot, and they're made out of, well, just loot at this point. Don't need the reputation anymore. We are already revered with all 3 of the witch cults. Although the negative reputation could be good as well. Okay. There is a lot of stuff in these little dungeons here. There are lore notes. There's actually a pretty good story behind sort of what's going on with all this. If you play through it correctly, I'm doing air quotes correctly, then you get the story step by step in the correct order of why all these little dungeons are set up, how many people died to do it, and all that sort of stuff. It's a pretty good story. I would recommend doing it the correct way at least once. But here is Jarenthor the Sandstorm, and Jarenthor here is going to be the bearer of the, I think he's like the second or the third, second seal of Morganeth. That's what we're here for. We've got it. We don't even actually have to leave. We can just go straight back to the Corvin Sands, because the next place we are going is the Maw of Enat. Or, as I like to call it, the Sarlacc Pit. And I'm 100% certain I'm not the first person to notice that. But yeah, it's basically anyone with what's that phobia of holes in the ground or things with teeth? Whoever's got that kind of phobia, good luck with this. This is, like I said, another little dungeon. I think there's 3 levels on this one, or 3 areas. It might just be 2. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm not 100% sure. But there's multiple levels. The acid is basically lava. It's basically aether lightning. So try not to stand in it too long. You will take damage. Yeah, just don't do it. Just don't get hit, you know? Don't stand in the fire. Okay, second floor. This, again, there's bodies through here that have lore notes on them. If you're interested in kind of the story behind the Tomb of the Heretic, I strongly recommend doing this with the Grimtools map open, and the Grimtools map will point out where all of the lore notes and such are, and it's worth doing it properly once at least. But can I fit through there? Can. It also helps that pretty much anything that hits me immediately dies. One of the benefits of playing a Retaliation build. Alright, I can see the next floor on the map there. I believe the boss I'm looking for is just here. I will find out... Yep, he's right here. So he's just going to be kind of up here. So, where is he? There he is. Gerblix the Digested. Again, you want to make sure you're not standing in the goop. I am definitely standing in the goop, so I'm going to get out of that. And there's the first Seal of Morganeth. Now, if you're doing these in order, there's hints to lead you towards the next one and all that sort of stuff. And, yeah, I'm not doing them in order. So I got the second one, then the first one. I guess, technically, it's almost in order. But, yeah, I'm going to go get the third one now. The third one is actually in the cavern here. So once we get past, what's his name? What's his face? Gonna have a car here. We're just going to ignore him and keep running. And then in this section, I think I pointed out the door on the way through. I may not have. I don't really remember, I'll be honest. But just up here in the top left of the area, there's going to be a wall you can break. It's going to be a whole bunch of bad doggies who are not getting biscuits. Alright, that's it. You're sleeping outside tonight. With the fishies. Okay, so just here, you can kind of see on the map there's a little sticky outy bit. It's not very obvious this time, but it's not very well hidden either. And we can just run through here. Now, again, this is going to be another, what are they called? Griffin. Another Griffin boss. And we are going to go and kill him. Also, let me just back up here a second. So the lore notes make this kind of seem like it was, you know, very secretive, meant to be hidden, and yet we have glowing statues. Now, to me, I would think that if you're trying to hide something, maybe you don't have passageways full of glowing statues on the way to it. I mean, maybe that's just me? Could be one of those, what is it called? Hiding in plain sight sort of things. Like, if we put up a whole bunch of glowing statues, no one will come here because they'll think it's too obvious or something like that. I don't know what the reason is, but it's probably not how I would hide something. Alright, so we just keep heading up and to the left. There's another bad doggy. Looking for an exalted stash here somewhere too, but I'm not finding it, so I might miss out on that, unfortunately. This is another piece of the clairvoyance set. I think I had... maybe I didn't get it on this character. There's a problem with having too many characters. It's like, did this guy get that drop, or was it on the other save file, or... I don't know anymore. Anyway, third area, more glowing statues. Still more glowing statues. Like, you had to employ artisans and crafters and stuff to make these things. You probably had to go and get some sort of magician or wizard of some sort to enchant them so they glow. I mean, so many people know about this place just from having those statues there. This is not a good hiding spot. Here's my exalted stash, that's the one I was looking for. In the previous area where it is not. There's level 96, and actually I should have been using a potion now. Right, so we got one additional skill point, and I think it's going into Haven here, so that's up to 26% additional health, and we're still actually quite, not healthy. The health pool is quite low, let's just put it that way. Looks like we've got another floor to go to as well. It's still more statues. So, these are statues here, alright? This is quite clearly a crafted wall. Like, whoever did this, they employed a whole bunch of people to build this place. Or maybe they came in after the fact. That could be possible as well. Anyway, there's the third part of the seal, so I now have all three parts. Let's go kick the door down. So, to get there, we go to... is it the city? I think it's the city and then run backwards from memory. Let me see here. It is... yes, it's going to be over here. Alright, awesome. So we'll just go for a nice little jog. Kill these guys because, well, loot. Sharpshooter's bolt rifle, and not interested. All this stuff along here, you can kill or skip whichever you prefer. couple of stars here. Who are you? Vengathor, the Reflective. Well, that doesn't sound good, but it's also apparently not a big deal. Corvex Burning Blade. Okay, no pet stuff. I've played so many characters now that used so many MIs, but when I see certain MIs, I have to check them to see if they have certain affixes. And the Corvex Burning Blade with pet affixes is one that I want to check because the Pet Kabbalist guide that I wrote uses that MI, and getting it with pet affixes is incredibly annoying. Okay, so welcome to the Path of the Damned. Again, this place actually has a decent kind of story behind it. You can more or less find the story for this place in the same sort of lore notes as the... well, the ones outside are about how and why the place was sealed and hiding the 3 parts of the seal. And then inside, there are more lore notes kind of going through why. Why did we feel the need to lock the magi away? What did they do? All that sort of stuff is covered in the lore notes in here. Really, really good way to actually explore the story in an ARPG, because a lot of people just do not care. A lot of people are just like, yeah, that's nice and all, I'm here for the loot. You know, I don't care about the story, just let me kill monsters. And that's fine. But those people can just eat the lore notes and ignore the story. And then the people who want to read the story can have their story and their lore without forcing everybody else to watch cutscenes and stuff like that. So it kind of works out for everyone, I think. Okay, welcome to the Tomb of the Heretic. This is another area that I strongly recommend everybody who runs through here to do it with the map open, so you can find all the stuff. Or maybe come back the second time, do it with the map open, something like that. There is a treasure trove in here, there is a devotion shrine, which you shouldn't need. There is a treasure trove, exalted stash, and I think there's a totem in here too. Yeah, there is, I can see it on the map now. So there's a lot of stuff in here. It's also probably, I would say, the most difficult of the skeleton key dungeons. So if you come in here and you can handle this place, you can definitely handle the other skeleton key dungeons, assuming you're not sort of focusing on... So for example, if you've got decent chaos and vitality resistance to the point where you can do the Bastion of Chaos, but all your other stuff is garbage, then maybe you want to focus on getting your character better. I didn't explain that well, but hopefully everyone understands what I mean. And if not, well, that's fine. Basically, if you are generically strong, good, and if you are only strong against certain things, not good. Okay, Titan plating is really good. So what I can do now, this has got 12% increased armor, which is a little bit more than the Ancient Armor Plate. However, the Ancient Armor Plate does have absorption. So if I just... This is really dumb, by the way. Definitely should not do this. The problem with the Titan plating is that you need to have something else with either 8 or 12% armor absorption to keep your armor absorption percentage up. So it's actually kind of not worth it for me at the moment. The Titan plating doesn't increase the armor absorption percentage, it only increases the armor percentage. So actually at the moment it's not very good. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, now I haven't found the treasure trove, so I'm checking a few extra places that I know it spawns. There was a time where I would run this place a lot. Seems I've either forgotten or missed the place where it actually is. Or it was where I got the Titan plating from, I can't remember. But either way... What's going on? Why is this not... There we go. I'm clicking the button and nothing's happening. Alright, so just here we have the Keeper of the Seal. He is, yeah, decently tanky / damaging. we can kind of dodge him a little bit. He's very loud. Alright, here we go. Now he should just pretty much die. You did see I just used a healing potion. Let's not get hit by that while we're half dead. Alright, so that's him down, and we can just run over here. Now, this is going to cost you a skeleton key, so I should have had one ready to go, but I didn't, so I'm going to go and get one. And the basic idea is you go in, you get to the second area, you can fight stuff or not as you wish, and then we are going to just reset the vendor. Now, for the moment, I'm actually going to be skipping and or running past a lot of stuff in here. This place is... It is absolutely dangerous for a new character, fresh to level 100. This place was kind of designed, I think, for people who are already level 100, already had decent sets. It's not really Baby's first skeleton key dungeon. If you want Baby's first skeleton key dungeon, you want the Steps of Torment. This ain't it. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been in here, as I mentioned, but we're going to go a little bit slowly. And I'm going to skip areas, I'm not going to skip monsters. So everywhere I go, I am going to kill everything, but I'm going to avoid certain areas. The extra events, like the... what are they called? The reliquary event in the bottom left corner of the map. I'm not going there. I'm not going to do that. But I do need to clear the area between... Okay. These portals as well. Do not stand on the portals. They will spit little blue these things at you. They really hurt, especially if you're standing on top of it and you get shotgunned. That's it's bad news. So as soon as you see one of those get away, it will also spawn those little doggies literally forever. Or at least for 18 hours. Because I did indeed do that one time. I had a pet character that could kill stuff without me having to push buttons. I parked myself kind of, let's do an example here. I parked myself here. Pets were kind of hanging out here. And then I had two gates kind of over here. This is obviously not the right spot exactly, but you get the idea. The gates were at the edge of my screen, and they would just constantly spawn 2 to 3 of these dogs, and they would run over and my pets would eat them. And then another set would spawn, and they would run over and my pets would eat them. And that is part of how I got the Sands in the Desert achievement done. I didn't actually end up doing most of it like that, because it is quite slow. You'll have to do it for probably overnight for about a week, if you're going to do that. So that's not how I got it done in the end, but it is a possible way. Okay. Now, these guys, the Scions, are very, very dangerous. When they're on their own, you can kind of deal with them a bit. Don't stand in the goop. Whatever you do, do not stand in the goop. These guys are the reason why I say that Celestial Totems are very dangerous. It's because you get 6 of these all at once. Now, on their own, they're not too bad. But when they're in the middle of a pack of things like this and you can't sort of single them out, they are considerably more dangerous. So just keep that in mind. I am going to do the Magi's Court event, because, well, maybe we get one of the rings, right? So if you just hug this wall over here, and then there'll be a set of stairs over this way. Assuming I'm in the... Whoop, oh, get away from that. Yep, here's the stairs. So we go in here, there'll be 2 magi at the top of this, and there are 7 potential magi. So basically it's, I can't remember all of the names, but the one we want is, yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to tell you that. It's definitely, I want to say it's Sethrus, actually. But we will not stand in meteors. And we'll just see if we can get them down. Okay, that is very, very painful. I think we're at the point now where they are actually doing mechanics, which is not good. Don't stand in the meteors, try to keep your range, and hopefully one of them will go down decently quickly. Yep, there we go. Have actually dropped a Ring of Sethris. So the blue ones, if you're using Rainbow Filter, these are kind of the low quality ones. These will drop decently regularly. The Ring of Sethris is the physical one. This is decently rare. They've got like I want to say a 5% chance to drop, something like that. Arisia is, where's the ring? Arisia is Pierce, okay. So yeah. Got a Magi's ring out of this, which I didn't expect, actually. There we go. Don't forget to pop the opulent chest at the back here. Yep, you get purples out of it. I want to say this might be the chest that you get the Vanquisher set out of. Although I think, now that I'm thinking of that, I think that might be wrong. Anyway, the chest is really good. Make sure you pop the chest. The next thing we want to worry about is actually on the next floor. So I'm going to do what I said I wasn't going to do and run past a lot of this stuff. Now, my potion's on cooldown. And I need to kill these. So we are going to be coming back out here. So I actually do have to clear this area. Let's not catch the meteor, please. There we go. Alright, so this is the door. You can see, start here, run around this way. Whoop. Who's you? There we go. I think I'm good here. But yeah, basically it's winding. Make sure you at least attempt the Magi. If you're on hardcore and you're not confident, then skip it. The chance of you actually getting a Magi ring that works for this build is 0, because none of the Magi rings are actually good for Retaliation. Although this one does have Retaliation damage added. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but the plan is not to use any of them. And then we have to run through here. Now, this path, I am going to be running this path a lot, so I am going to be clearing the area. So Steeljaw's got to go. All of his little blue doggy friends also have to go. And you are almost certainly going to get at least one blue portal, usually kind of here-ish. So you're going to have to run past it. There's not much you can do about that. You may also get blue portals through this section. The chance of you getting to the merchant without a blue portal spawning is basically 0. It's just going to be a case of where exactly did it spawn. Alright, and then we can hug the wall here. Now I am playing a little bit scared, and that's kind of because I am. Especially after fighting the 2 Magi there and getting knocked down that low that often. I'm a little bit worried about this place. But we will be okay, I'm sure. Okay, we're nearly to the merchant. No portals yet, which is really weird. Okay, we'll probably get one on the way back then. Alright, here is our good friend Urith, and there is a Scion of Hunger down there. But we are here for not any of the MIs. Where is the blueprint? No blueprint. So you always get one rare crafting material here. If you're doing a certain crate-related quest, you may want to buy some of these. These will turn all your buffs off. This is basically, I hit myself with an arcane monster purple orb thing for 2 minutes. So you might want some of those. But this guy will always sell you a random rare crafting ingredient. Could be Wendigo Spirits, could be an Aether Crystal, could be Ethereal Missive, whatever. Make sure you buy that each time you come here. And now for the incredibly fun, mega entertaining part of this. We're going to run all the way back to the door. And then we're going to zone out, we're going to count to 10, and then we're going to come back in. So incredibly entertaining, I know. But this is how we get the conduit recipe. The other way you can do it is you can just do over and over and over totems and treasure troves, and eventually it will drop. If you happen to kill Kubacabra a whole bunch, then eventually you will get the blueprint from the Nemesis Trove. This is much faster because the only blueprints he will sell are conduit blueprints. And I had thought he would have one every time, but it turns out that at least some of the time he doesn't have one. It could also be that this is a 1.2 change that I missed, and he's never going to have one ever, but I guess we'll find out if he doesn't have one after maybe 2 or 3 attempts at this, then I guess I'll know. Alright, Urith, here we go, blueprints. Arcane, so that's the Arcanist one. That's the Shaman one that I already know. Don't forget to buy your random craftable thing. And I am going to buy this and eat it. These are 150,000 iron bits, so keep that in mind. If you don't have 150,000 iron bits, you wasted a skeleton key, and I'm very sorry, I should have mentioned that before we came in. So, this is still the best way to get these blueprints, and then we get to do the fun part, which is crafting the dang thing. And fun is definitely not the correct word to describe it. So again, we come back out here to the Court of the Magi, and we can kind of look at the map. There's some cool stuff over here as well if you want to get yourself killed. I think it's on this floor. It might not. It might be on the next floor. But there's a reliquary event with a fancy chest and a bunch of scions that spawns over to the side. I think it's on this floor. Maybe it's not. Anyway, I'm not going near it for right now. Same with this floor here. You will just get random scions that will spawn. You'll notice I didn't go over here, even though that area is considerably larger than the bit that I've explored. And that's because I don't want to deal with scions. Same for over here. There's a decent amount of stuff over here. And then there's a whole other section of the dungeon above the merchant. But I'm not going there because I don't want to get myself killed. Now, maybe it'll be fine, maybe. But maybe it won't. Alright, there's the Necromancer one. Don't forget to buy your free rare crafting material. I have got a lot of bits, but I'm actually not going to buy that. I shouldn't have bought the other one either. I guess the Occultist one could be good to buy since this is a Sentinel, but otherwise, no. So we run back, and yes, this is incredibly entertaining. What I might do is I might pause the recording once I get to the next floor here, and then I'll bring you back when I'm buying the blueprint, just to save you a little bit of time watching me zone out, count to 10, zone back in, do all the running. So, yep, I'm going to pause here, and I'll bring you back when I get the blueprint. See you soon. Alrighty, that took a decent chunk of time, longer than I would have expected, and certainly longer than I would have hoped, but I have found it here. The blueprint for the Conduit of Divine Whispers. This is the +1 Oathkeeper conduit. I also picked up the Occultist one while I was doing it, and it took me 5, 7, 9, 10, 12 resets. So I picked up all of these rare crafting ingredients. I didn't actually know you could buy Celestial Lotus here, but now I know. Yeah, so that's how long it took. Now I'm going to go and kill this Scion of Hunger down here, which is almost certainly a bad idea, but you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And his friends can all die as well. So these guys can drop parts of Morganeth's set, the pants and such, at the very least, I think. But looks like I got kind of gypped here, and I didn't get any good drops. So that is what it is. Now, I'm not going to finish this dungeon. Morganeth is terrifying for this character. So, yeah, we're just going to leave. Now that does unfortunately mean that I wasted an XP potion, but the good news is that, well, I'm rich and I don't care. So let's go ahead and craft a few of these amulets, if I can, and we'll see. We'll see how long it takes if I even have enough materials to make them. So arcane is it? No, there we go. Divine. All right, so I can make about 20 of these, which means on average, I think there's is it 11 or 7 different different modifiers. Let's actually have a look here. I have Grimtools up on the other screen. There are 12 prefixes, so on average, it should take you 12 crafts in order to get the prefix you want. My experience, however, is that it's going to take a few more than that. So I'm going to make 12 Blessed Whetstones, and I'm going to make 8 Blessed Whetstones, and then we're going to see what 8 that I end up getting. So, what was it? It was Divine. Right, first one, bam. Now, we're looking for not Eye of Reckoning, so Chaos Converted Eye of Reckoning, not what I'm after. This one is that Aether. That is Cold Damage Converted Guardian of Empyrean. No, that's not what I'm after either. This one is actually the one that I want. Okay, and we've got, looks like Poison. Yeah, it comes with, what does it come with? It comes with Elemental, so yes. We've got a Poison and Acid Resistance as a suffix. The suffix is always, I want to say it's only 40%, I don't even think it's a range. But I got Poison and Acid Resistance as the suffix, and then for the prefix, I got the Aegis of Menhir, conversion from Fire and Physical to Piercing, which is not great. That's definitely not what I want. But, can I just chuck this on? Not really. So that'll fix that, and we're under on Piercing. Okay, that's fine. I can actually just use this now. I probably won't. I'm going to most likely finish farming. Well, I'm going to raid my stash, actually, for this character. But there will be some stuff that I don't have. However, we can now play Frisbee like this. The downside, of course, is the damage here. 76. And then it goes up to more than double. So, yeah, that's a pretty big reduction in damage. But unless you get lucky with procs, then this is considerably better. So there we go. That is what that looks like. Now I'm going to, like I said, hang on to that, and the rest of the junk I'm going to sell. And then we are going to go and get level 100. So let's go bank all the rest of this stuff. This is the amulet that I will be using for the final build. For anyone who hasn't heard me say it already, the final build will be one of the top 20 onion builds from the crate forums. The guys over there have done a lot of testing, and the Acid Retaliation Sentinel build they have, they say, is the 5th best performing build in Shattered Realm 75-76, and also really good for killing Celestials, and also just really good all around. So I'm going to make it, and I'm going to make a few points that are not great for the people who made the build, and we're just going to kind of show how it works, why it works, etc. And why I think builds that were printed out of GD's stash instead of actually farmed should have a warning on them. But we'll get to that. And it's still, I'm going to say some nasty things about them, but the builds are still good. They will still work. They are just not going to perform as advertised if you don't cheat them. So, I should actually drink a potion for XP. And we are here for XP, but also we are here for loot. So I'm going to kill lots of stuff. I'm going to skip lots of stuff. And then we are going to get to level 100. Now, I definitely do not have all of the gear for this build. I think I have one piece of the Sentinel of the 3 set. I know I have the Justicar rings, and obviously I just made the amulet. But a lot of the build is using greens, which is another reason why, again, builds that are printed out of GD's stash are considerably more powerful than even the exact same items if you farm it naturally, because I don't have time to farm 100 of that belt and pick the best one. When you get down to affixes, that is. 100 of the same belt, yeah, you can do that, but 100 of... hang on, let me check here. 100 Tempest Gargoyle Girdles of attack, nobody's got time for that. That's not going to happen. You're just going to take the first one that drops, and if it happens to have 3% increased offensive ability instead of, what, 7? Does it go up to 7? Where is it? It goes up to 5. But if you get low rolls instead of high rolls, you're not going to care, because it took you 4 hours of farming the same area over and over again just to get this one particular one with the correct drops, with the correct affixes on it. So that's a big part of why I think that all of the theory-crafted builds that use GD stash and are printed out, basically, with a whole bunch of items that have all of the rolls that are important at their maximum stats, I think they should have a warning on them for casual players so they don't expect that they're going to be as good as the super hyper-optimized ones that are shown in the videos. But we will see, and like I said, the builds are going to be strong regardless. It's just not going to be as strong as advertised. Alright, we're coming up on 97 now. So, what's that? 3 more levels to go. Let's not stand in the goop. I am kind of hoping for Kuba. I'm also... actually don't really care. It would be nice to see him, just because he dies pretty quick to this build, and the Nemesis stash has some potential for good loot in it. And I do like good loot, so... here we go. Everybody's nice and dead here, and I think I've already got the treasure trove and the totem here. There's 97. Let's go to Sora's Bastion. Now, again, I'm still looking at my reputations. I want to kill Chthonians to get Barahome reputation. I also want to kill Arcovian Undead to get Rover's reputation, so I probably will go and do a couple of Twin Falls runs. But for the moment, I'm here for the Chthonians, who are not here. Close spawn? Yes. Lovely. You love to see this one. It basically means you get an extra totem. My other one's going to be behind the waterfall, which definitely sucks, but it'll be alright. It'll be fine. No, I should be killing more of... hello. Alright, I didn't expect to see you here. We're going to run around in circles for a little bit until I've cleared the area. Oh. Stunned, trapped. Okay, this could be bad. I definitely need to keep more range than that. That's what I should have done last time. I think I'm just going to go over here and get my cooldowns back. And you can follow me a little bit, that's fine. We're going to stay away from the crystals, and we're just going to kill you from range. Here we go. He's almost dead, actually. Let's stay away from those crystals. Alright, this is about to hurt. Whoop. Apparently it hurt him, too. Okay, so Benjar's Shoulders and Chthonian Warrant. I actually didn't notice when they hit Nemesis, if it was recently. If it was in a previous episode, I'd forgotten that it happened. But anyway, Nemesis stash, hooray. Duelist Saber, don't really care, and Tome of Names. So the drops weren't great, but hey, Nemesis stash. I definitely was not expecting to see him there. I didn't even see him until I actually saw him on the screen. I didn't see him on the map. Alright, we'll pick up a few of these purples, but yeah, I'm not going to use them. As far as purples that I will use goes, we have the Sentinel of 3, we have the Justicar rings, we have the Thornhide pants, and we have the Dawnshard Gaze helmet, which I believe has a blueprint. I could check, I just haven't. Alright, so Benjar is killable, although it's always a bit of a rush to run into a Nemesis on a fresh 100 when you were not expecting it. Alright, got some Manticores here. These ones are all going to be blind. That one actually had an eyeball. How about that? Did I get two? I got 2 eyeballs. That just, that doesn't happen. Although, it did just happen, so apparently it does. Alright, take these guys out. And then I'm going to go get the other totem. Cal of McDrogan. No, thank you very much. And we are done here. Alright, so we got one more totem here. There it is, so I don't actually have to run up into Darkvale Gate. Or the Darkvale Village, rather. That's fine. What are we doing? We're doing decently for Barrowhome, but we've got a long way to go. Do I actually... Hang on, where is it? There it is. Yes, I do have the merit, or the writ, or whatever it is. Alright, so these guys should go down pretty quickly. There we go. Anything good? Not today. Okay, Twin Falls. Let's get some Rover's Reputation here. This should only take 1 or 2 runs of Twin Falls, and we should be, let's say, done. So the totem's going to be down here. You can usually tell with Twin Falls, because if you can't see it by the time you get to here, it's always going to be down the bottom there. It's the only spawn that doesn't show up pretty much at the Rift Gate. Alright. Alos Saturn, Reflective. And go ahead and reflect the floor, because that's where you're going to be laying. Harristrode, I swear this guy is everywhere. Venom Spine Greaves are not something I'm probably going to use. However, they do have a decent amount of the things that I'm looking for. So, not having +2 to Aegis of Men here is a downside. But it does have a slightly more acid retaliation, different resistances, slow instead of stun resist is, probably fine. I'm just going to hang on to it, and I may end up using it, but probably not. Alright, let's pop this open. And we'll go ahead and kill these guys off. All of this is Rover's Reputation, which I don't think I'm going to need. Spell Scourge, Bulwark, Dark Blaze Ammo Belt, and Korvax Deception Relic. Not bad for 1 totem. Not bad at all. I'll go do the Astrakhan Valley one as well. Why not? I might even go back to Malmouth and do the ones over there too. Oops, and I'm going the wrong way. So I am very surprised by how quickly we got that conduit done. 12 Ugden Blooms is considerably less than the 100 plus that it's taken me every other time. So pretty happy and also pretty surprised about it, but, you know, I'll take it. And I'll play around with it. Might actually be able to... Well, that won't matter for you guys, I guess, but might actually be able to swap it in now. Actually, if I do that, What resistances am I losing? A little bit of Pierce and Aether. Let's go play with it in the Necropolis here. There shouldn't be any piercing or Aether damage in here, so I should be able to just see what happens. So the damage is about half, but there's no cooldown. I mean, I don't hate it, but it feels kind of weird. Just holding down right-click definitely feels weird when I've been used to holding down button 2 and spam clicking. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but it feels weird. It's definitely effective, you can't argue with that. And it does look like as long as your resistances are fixed, or resistances are under control, you can just swap it in straight away. Ooh, a new shield. Is this one better? No, it is not. That kind of is. Less acid retaliation, but more of most other things. But yes, as long as your resistances are under control, you should just be able to swap it straight in. Just looking at what else it does. Weapon damage to Aegis, I don't really care. +1 to all skills in Oathkeeper is really nice. Of course, once we swap it back, the little green men are going to go away. Which is fine, I guess. Right, let's head to Malmoth. Let's do some totems over there. I think, before we do that though, I'm going to craft another Aether Soul. No, I'm not. Never mind. What I want to do is I want to just swap it in and then play spam. However, I would have to go and get some more Aether Crystals, which, to be fair, is not a huge issue. One run through, or maybe 2 runs through the Warden's Lab would be enough. And that would free up a couple of skill points, because I would no longer need the Drig's Evil Eye. Go. Ooh. Oh, I thought this was Blazragus or whatever his name is, but turns out, nope, it's not. Alright, let's head down here. The one time I don't check, there will be a hero up there, because of course there will. Alright, let's take out Beholdan before he runs away. And the rest of this should go down relatively easily. Throw out a quick curse, just to make it a bit quicker. And 1 totem was a decent chunk of XP there. We've got Deathmarked Claw, some blues, don't really care for those. There's another totem in the Crown Hill, so we'll go do that one as well. Yep, we can run over there, no worries at all. There's a decent chunk of enemies sort of down this way, so I'm going to kill these guys off as well. Now, I've got tons of time left on this potion, the XP potion, and I'm running out of the regular totems that I do. So, the question then becomes, do I go and find some other stuff to kill, or do I just reset and use another potion? And I think I'm going to just reset and use another potion, honestly. Because I'm definitely not hard up for cash. I can afford 40,000 iron bits for another potion, no problem at all. So I think I'm going to do that. I've already done that Devotion Shrine fight, unfortunately. I'd love to turn it on again, because more heroes. And do the totem, though, obviously. There's 98. So we've got all of 98, all of 99, and we are done at that point. So we've got 2 levels to go. This is the Corruptor's stuff again. I see this everywhere as well. Maybe it's Well, not maybe. It is absolutely just because I've just finished playing a Pet Kabbalist in the Season 6 mod, and that was one of the sets I was looking at, even though it turns out to be not so great for what I wanted to do. Where's the big meteor? There it is. Alright, Valexteria's down. Got another blueprint. All lovely stuff. Let's actually swap to a different page, so... There we go. All the important stuff's on the back page. Alright, I think I'm just going to run around and kill some stuff for a little bit. Is there any point to killing these things? Alright, new plan. New plan. We reset, we go again. Hopefully we don't get surprise Benjard this time. And we could probably sell most, if not all, of these purples. If you're not interested in playing the solo self-found life like I am, go ahead and stash those. But, yeah, not really something I'm terribly interested in. Nice little warrant collection there. Alright, can always just chuck those in as well. I'll end up using a potion to reset all that once I have all the gear. Okay, let's neck a potion. Actually, you know what? I want to change this amulet over, so I'm going to go do a quick run through the Warden's lab. Just to get a few of these Aether Crystals, because, as I always say, you can never have enough of them. And judging by the fact that I keep running out of the dang things, I definitely need more. Still, we can smash through this pretty quickly. Couple more through here. What's 4 more? I think 4? 4 sounds good. We'll say 4. 2 more now. Acid spray, max rank. You'll love to see that. There we go. Alright, we are done. Let's see if we can craft ourselves an Aether Soul to chuck on this amulet. The other thing you could do, if you were interested in doing it, is the suffix on the conduits has, I believe, every type of resistance. So if I chuck this on, it's going to say, hey, you're short on Aether. But if I just made a bunch more of these and got the one with Aether resistance or Pierce resistance, then, I mean, that'd be fine, right? The other thing I need to make is a Silk Swatch and potentially a Scaled Hide. So, Scaled Hide, there we go. And then, Aether Soul needs Wrathstones. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to be one short again, but we can pick one up over here. Running into an area full of ethereals with less than maximized Aether resistance. Not the best idea I've had today, but also unlikely to be punished. That'll do us. Is there a couple more down here? There is not. That's fine. We'll go make the Aether Soul. I'm also going to take this off, so I'm going to keep the item. That's elemental as well. Yeah, we'll need that one. Okay, so we put the Scaled Hide on the chest, we put the Silk Swatch on the legs, that'll fix my piercing resistance problem. Then we need to go make ourselves an Aether Soul. Then we need to go get all of the components and augments, rather. One Aether Soul, on it goes. Just out of interest, I do have a Seal of Annihilation. It doesn't come with resistances. This is what I want on the amulet at the end. For right now, I can't really afford it. But that was the plan. And then this one is a Coven. I think they're all coven then.
Safe storage. No questions asked. Come see what's
Here we
left
go.
of my wares.
9% elemental is going to be that one.
Well spent.
Now, the component 50% acid damage is worthless. That will do almost nothing for our damage. The armor and armor absorption is kind of useful. So I probably will get one of those. Why not? Ugdenbog, rare augment. What is it called? What is it called? Basilisk Gaze. Okay, so we can just do a search for Bassi, and here it is.
Iron well
So I'll chuck that on the amulet. This is stopgap, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, very nice. Okay, let's go get some more XP. I've got 2 more levels to go. Not even up to an hour yet, so we're doing alright for time. I'm going to hang on to that amulet, even though I'll probably never use it again. Okay, I see the totem there. Don't need to worry about using Drig's Evil Eye anymore, although it's Drig's Evil Eye does have one of my devotions on it, so that is going to be Phoenix Fire, which I do want. Now, if I take Phoenix Fire off and put it on Curse of Frailty, it's probably a better idea. So now we can just chuck Aegis on there, because I'm going to forget. I've got the muscle memory of holding 2 and right-clicking, so at some point I'm going to end up doing that. Okay, and now we spam frisbees. I mean, instead of having a green frisbee, we've now got a silver one, which I hate. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll get out of the Aether. Try and get out of the poison as well. So damage is actually pretty good. It's going to get better for sure. And everything's dying actually pretty quickly. So can't complain about that at all. No Puckler here, which is a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping for a Puckler. But that's fine. We'll find him somewhere else, I'm sure. Being able to spam this is actually probably a DPS increase, because the Drig's Evil Eye is filler, and yes, it actually does meaningful damage, but it's definitely less damage than the shield. Okay. No totem, no treasure trove. Feels bad. I wonder if Avarice is going to be home. Looks like she is, just based on the aura there. Why? There we go. Just going to take out the Arcane first. Also, the Arcane is going to be doing a little bit of healing. No doubt about it. There we go. Everybody's dead. You love to see it. Frisbees from above. Definitely one of the more fun ways of killing things. Alright, there's my treasure trove. Let's blow that up. 8 more dynamite left. That's probably fine. Leviathan, pretty good for a Death Knight or a Warlord. Even a Battle Mage, maybe. If you're interested in being tankier rather than gankier, you probably want the Battle Mage. Maven Sphere, still pretty good. Unfortunately, don't get the stun anymore on the Frisbee. I was quite the enjoyer of the stun, but I don't know, this is good too. What devotion do we actually have on... Ooh, hello. That is a decent increase in everything except for chaos and stun and move speed and Okay, so it's an increase in flat and percentage retaliation damage. Yeah, what do I actually have on the frisbee? Acid spray. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. That's a decent cooldown. Okay, and now I'm just looking for the totem now, and maybe Kuba. Maybe Kuba. No, no Kuba. At least not here. Could go looking for him, I guess. It's probably not worth it though. If you ever are actually looking specifically for Kubacabra, like you want his pants or whatever, the best place to find him is in the Ancient Grove, but I'm not going to do the Ancient Grove. Speaking of Battle Mage weapons, I mean, among other options, but pretty good two-handed sword. Shame it's for an elemental build. Elemental build's just kind of not very good in current Grim Dawn. Let's go back this way. Oh, I've already done that one. Alright, we'll go kill Krieg. Why not? Why not kill Krieg? So this is what the spam shield is actually good for, is AoE clear. The single target is kind of meh, but the AoE is considerably better. And actually the single target's not bad for sure. This is always fun, just throwing projectiles from above. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy it. When I discovered you could do that in Kaizog's lair, you could sort of lob fireballs from above. It's the only way I kill those crystals now. If I happen to have the fireball component, that's how I kill those the crystals in there. And occasionally some zombies as well. Look at that bounce. So anything in the area just gets bounced on. It's much more effective now. I guess I should hit these crystals as well because, well, you know why. Alright, let's see how quickly Krieg dies. I'm kind of not expecting it to be super fast. It's not horrible. It's not, you know, super fast, but it's not horrible. Alright, let's see his true power. Yeah, I mean, he definitely died quickly, I would say. I'm pretty happy with how quickly he died. Let's go hit a few more totems. How are we doing for XP? Halfway through 98. I've already been here, haven't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I came here to get more Aether Crystals. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Fall, yeah, all of these will die pretty quickly. Frisbees for everybody. Any good loot? Computer says no. You know what? There's almost certainly a totem over there, but I'm not going to bother running over. We're just going to go to Twin Falls. We can kill a whole bunch of undead, maybe a few bees. Yeah, I'm thinking a few bees. And like I said, a whole bunch of undead. So if we come down here, we can just hold right click on the biggest, nastiest thing in the pack and just watch as everything melts around it. It's pretty effective. Alright, totem should be just over here, not blocked off, so we can walk straight in. Lovely. I'm not seeing any... Wait, there's a priest there. Always kill the priests first. And then we can kill the other priest and the other priest. There we go. And we can just take these guys out. Let's turn the loot off so I can see what's going on. Well, kind of. There's a lot of junk on the floor. There we go. Alright, so we picked up another piece of the Cyclone set. And not a whole lot else. Found the tree to vibrate on. It's always fun. How are we looking for rovers? Rovers are very close. I'm going to go downstairs. Potentially there's a totem very close to the door here. I'm going to see if I can't get that one. Would be nice. It's not looking like it's there though. That's alright. We'll run through here. There is a couple of hero monsters in here that'll probably do the job just as well. They would if I didn't have to go around. Oh, that was a nice little bit of a chug there. Do we have... How are we for the undead, actually? Not even close. So it definitely wasn't a nemesis spawning. Could have been one trying to spawn, but we will never know. Make sure you kill the priests first, because they will heal the big nasty thing you're trying to kill otherwise. Alright, we'll just get some more of this. My level 100 point will also go into Haven. Because why not? Okay, that should be... This is like the third pair of these gloves I've got, I think, in this episode. It's definitely had 2 drop, and maybe even had 3 drop, but I can't remember. I may have had the first one in my inventory before I started. This is a decent Vitality Drain Essence shield. Or, as I like to call it, Iron Bits. How are we doing for rovers? We've got to be close. We have got to be close. 81. Okay. So basically, one more hero, one totem, one handful of packs. We're very close. We're very, very close. Okay, priests have got to go. I'm looking for heroes, but I'm definitely not seeing them. Also came here to check for the treasure trove, but looks like I'm not seeing that either. There's Revered with the rovers. Alright, we're done with Twin Falls. We've got a decent amount more reputation to grind with Barrowhome. I'm going to go ahead and say that's not there. So we'll head over to the Bloodgrove. That loading screen was taking a while. Alright, do I want to risk it? I think I do. I'm pretty sure if I do run into Benjar again, now that I'm kind of aware of him in my mind, I'm thinking about him, I kind of want to go looking for him. So we can just do a little bit of a run through here. I don't think I'm going to find him. It's pretty rare to actually find him in this section. Usually you'll find him in one of the Chthonian Plains, or in the Bastion of Chaos. Usually you don't find him out here so much. But I think he has 3 or 4 different spawning locations where he could be out here. That's alright. Looks like he's not home today. Well, I mean, thanks, I guess. They really wanted me to have the Sanctus Crest. Okay, back to the Bloodgrove Rift. One thing you'll notice is that I'm not really going after things like Eldritch Horror, Nemesis, Caiman's Chosen, that sort of thing. It's not really something I'm interested in. My totem's behind the waterfall again. It's basically the reason why I care about reputation is so as I can put augments, basically, augments on things. There we go. Don't have to go into the village again. Probably should, just for XP, but I'm also probably not going to. Let's see if we can find some more manticores that have eyeballs. That'd be fun. This guy might have some. Nope. This guy, I mean, yeah, he had an eye. Only one. The rest of them were all blind. Let's turn the loot off so we can see what's going on. Bunch of reputation, probably about 400 or so. With new gloves maybe. With Barrowhome, so that's good. How we do here? We got less acid retaliation, more percentage. Less on both resistances, about the same on health. No. On these gloves, we have got a decent amount more retaliation, 4% less resistance. That would uncap cold, so no. But I will keep that, just in case I want to potentially flip a couple of them. I think I still have a decent number of Eldritch Essences. Although having said that, the current gear is good enough to farm totems, and that's going to be how I farm up the gear for the final build, so I'm probably not going to bother. But that's something you definitely can do. Use your excess Eldritch Essences to farm additional drops. That was a very small totem. With only a single purple drop that had nothing to do with the totem. Let's kill a few of these. I don't actually need to go up there. Should we do a run through? No. I was thinking if we do a run through Darkvale Gate, the castle itself will give a decent amount of XP, but where's my totem? It's going to be up here, isn't it? I think it's going to be behind that little bit of the map that I haven't revealed yet. I think. Yeah, there it is. I see it now. We can take out a bunch of these as well. It's all XP. Alright, and now we turn the frisbees on. Everybody dies, loot drops on the floor, and I'm happy. So we got the Infernal Knight's jacket and a bunch of other blue things that, well, I don't need. I'm going to go for a run through the Necropolis. There's a couple of extra totems in here that I don't normally do. So there's this one here. I'll hit that one. Then I'll head back up to the Necropolis interior. There's always that chthonic one in there. So we'll do that. And I'm just going to kill things on the way as well. It's all XP. Do have an XP potion active, so should maybe make use of it. Okay, everything with high health. I love to see it because it means I don't have to retarget constantly to keep the frisbees going out. Rubberrook's mantle and the pummeler. Not really what I'm looking for, but, you know. It's purple shiny loot, so we'll take it. And I said I was going to go to the Necropolis interior, so I probably should do that. 8th shard, 8th crystal, give me that crystal. I want the crystal before I go. Standing in 8th of the group there, so let's get out of there in a hurry. Okay, checking for this one. If it's not here, then you go this way. It is there, so we go this way. Okay, Chthonic Seal, love to see those. And we'll go get the totem. Then how do I want to hit level 100? That's the question. The next question is, does it even matter? Just get more XP. Okay, nothing good out of those guys. Back about 10% of the level. That's fine, we'll just do a couple more totems. So, wasting the XP potions a little bit, but also I kind of don't care. Let's go ahead and sell all the purples. I don't need any of these. You know what? I'm definitely not going to do that. So we're just going to vendor them all. Sorry to anyone who wanted any of that stuff. You can't have it, get your own. Let's see if I can find Kubacabra. That'd be a fun way to hit level 100. Though I suspect by the time I find him, I'll probably be level 100 already. Unless he's right here, that could happen. Maybe here. I mean, it's not looking good, but it could happen. So Mudflinger is reflective, and it doesn't matter. Totem's not there, which... that's kind of fine. What we got here? Ferocious. It sounds like he's either made of iron, or he's very, very angry. I'm gonna go with angry, since my magical frisbee was stronger than he was. Alright. Who have we got? No one. I guess we'll head back down to the basement, kill Avarice, and keep pushing on. Maybe I'll find Kuba sort of out here, or over here. He's got a couple more spawn points that are kind of semi-close, so I'll check those. But honestly, I kind of don't expect to see him. That's a decent chunk of heroes. And they're dead. No totem again, very disappointing. I'm looking for experience. I love treasure troves, but treasure troves don't have experience in them. Maybe that could be something they add with Fangs of Astrakhan. Add in experience as a droppable item. That'd be alright. Would allow those of you who are allergic to actually leveling characters to store up on XP as well. And then just feed it into a character. Could be fun. An acceptable way of speed leveling, perhaps. Are you getting healed, or what's going on there? No, I'm just not doing very much damage. Alright. So we've got, what? 9.5%? Something like that left. Be level 100 before you know it. Okay, usually there's a bunch of guys out here. Today they're not home. They know, you see, they know that I'm looking for experience and they don't want me to get it, so they're all hiding in the trees where I can't find them. It's incredibly frustrating. Alright, Kuba? Kuba? No? No Kuba. Alright. That's alright, I didn't want to fight him anyway. I'll just fight the crabs and the tree monster golem thingies instead. That's fine.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, see? I'm glad he's not here. I didn't want to fight him. Ah, here we go. Handaroth. Well, you're not going to be the level 100 kill, but you're going to help. This might be it, actually. There we go, there's level 100. So, quick, say something profound, and then everyone will see it. There it is, folks. We've hit level 100 for everybody who was playing along. I hope you've also hit level 100, and congratulations if you have. This is going to be the end of the leveling series. I will do another video, as I said, on the final build here. I will leave links to all of the relevant stuff in the description for that. I do also want to note that this is the end of a series, so this is where I do my YouTube beggar sort of stuff. So if you have enjoyed the series, go ahead and chuck me a like, and make sure you subscribe. But yeah, that's going to be it for the series. So tune in tomorrow night when the Mystery Nightblade series starts, although I did kind of give it away on Reddit, so at least a couple of you know what the Nightblade is going to be. For everybody else, it's still a mystery, and that series will be starting tomorrow night. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.